Right now on the lineup, you either got to see a total eclipse or this picture that I took, a flop. Clouds moved in, departed the area just in time to ruin yesterday's eclipse for some people. We'll show you some far better experiences.
That's really your picture?
Oh, yeah, I took it yesterday.
That's hysterical. Yeah. All right, then there was this, guys, a shocking video that shows the moments a suspect slashes a police officer's face in South Jersey. We've got an update on that officer and another one who's injured. And an uninvited guest. We're going to hear from the woman who heard a noise and found this gator when she turned a corner in her house. Oh, my goodness. Yep, you can probably guess where that happened. Those stories and much more on this edition of The Lineup for Tuesday, April 9th, 2024.
The Lineup is brought to you by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Hey, everyone, I'm ABC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm Lucy Bustamante. Thanks for joining us. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today. We're going to start off with the total eclipse. It was a mixed bag, not total, depending on where you live.
Yeah, if you're like me, clouds showed up just before totality, so you didn't see much of anything. Lucy, you're in the same boat, right?
Same boat. This is what we wanted to see. This is Kerrville, Texas, right here. So to take a look at some of the pictures from across the path of totality, the telescope operators from Mexico to Maine, they had the ability, look at that, to share these moments. That's the diamond ring, as they call it, from the smallest partial eclipse of the phenomenon known as that. So that's when you see the flash of light right at the beginning of the total eclipse or at the very end of it. Area. They got to see the more memorable moment for themselves yesterday.
That includes some of our favorite sports figures. Gritty, for instance, saw what a lot of us saw, was not impressed at all. The Flyers mascot posted a video that shows Gritty tossing his eclipse glasses while he looked up at the sky. It didn't help that there were a lot of clouds yesterday during the peak viewing time around this area. Called the rare cosmic event, quote, mid. So underwhelming.
There you go. The kids say these days. All right. The Phillies seem to be much more impressed than Gritty was. Players took a break to catch a glimpse before the game against the Cardinals in St. Louis last night. And, just all the stars kind of looking into the sky. Look at Nola. Aaron Nola's like, all right, cool. Just when you're done with the glasses, pass them over. All right. A lot of people took this as a moment to get married. Newlyweds in Texas, they're always going to remember this historic day.
One couple planned their wedding with the coincidence with coincide with yesterday's eclipse. With glasses on, they read their vows just as the moon passed in front of the sun. Then they all partied in total darkness.
For 5 minutes.
Just get married at night. That's all you need to do if this is your thing. And wear those glasses. Those glasses block out everything, too.
I'm like, how can you read your vows with those glasses on?
Can't even see your beautiful bride. Not for me.
To each his own.
Yeah, to each his own. Hey, not every day, every year, or even decade that we get to see an eclipse that we saw for parts of the day yesterday.
That's right. So watching this rare event really made a lot of people emotional, including our very own Lester Holt. He was covering it and interviewing a man who remembered his late mom promising him a trip to the moon. Watch this.
She's with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us. Listen, I'm caught up in the emotion too. It's, you don't know what to expect. You go into this thinking, well, it's just going to be nighttime for a few minutes. Yeah, kind of, but not really.
Wow. I mean, yeah, just the elation of being together and experiencing something so rare, right? Totally understandable. You're certainly not alone there, Lester.
Yeah. Beautiful moment. You're going to have to wait for a while for the next total solar eclipse. There's one August 12th, 2026, but the path of totality isn't over for the United States. Isn't over the United States, I should say. For that, you've got to wait until August 12th, 2045.
Boy.
That path of totality will stretch from Florida and northwest to California. That's the retirement eclipse, is what we're going to call it, Lucy.
Right there.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of people, they're worried about their eyes after watching the eclipse.
Many of you Googled hurt eyes. That was on Monday following the event. And most people thinking that they have some type of damage called solar retinopathy. But here's the thing, guys. If your eyes were damaged by the sun, you probably wouldn't even feel it. There's a doctor with Nemours in Jacksonville, Florida, who told us that that type of injury isn't common at all. And it's more than likely that you have a burn on the front of your eye if you're going to get hurt in this. And that type of injury just heals on its own. So.
Scary nonetheless, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We warned you like crazy to get those glasses on. We look goofy wearing them, but they're for a reason. They're safety.
Got to do it.
Yep.
Got to do it. All right, let's tell you the story about this police officer in Atlantic County because he is recovering from very serious injuries after he got stabbed in his face.
Yeah, a second officer was also hurt in the attack. Happened in a matter of seconds.
Hold on.
Yeah, police body cameras show the moment when authorities say Keith Kaminsky charged at 2 Galloway Township officers with a pocket knife. The officers were responding to the home on Crescent Avenue Sunday night after receiving several 911 hang-up calls. Just moments after Kaminsky's mother opened the door, police say Kaminsky darted toward an officer and stabbed his face.
He had to have some plastic surgery, reconstruction. It was a very significant wound, roughly about here. So he was very fortunate that didn't go a little bit lower into his neck. We're very thankful for that.
The officer got a police escort as he left the hospital yesterday. The second officer was hit in the head but wasn't seriously hurt. The suspect was taken to jail after undergoing a psychiatric evaluation. What a terrible scene there.
It could have been so much worse. Truly. Wow.
A woman says the sight of an unexpected visitor in her house sent her into shock.
Okay, you have to see what she saw. An 8-foot alligator just coming right through this woman's front door. This was in Florida last weekend, of course, Florida, but she had to think twice before she called for help because her cell phone was inches away from this guy. She finally swipes it up, calls 911.
Oh my goodness, I have an alligator in my house, and at the same time I'm thinking, I have an alligator in my house, how am I going to get rid of the guy? I tried to sound kind of coherent and basically told him that I had an alligator in my house. He was doing the paperwork, you know, getting the address and all. And then he's like, how long is the alligator? I said, oh, about 8 feet.
Oh,
you know,
goodness.
Between huge and monstrous, that's all. Florida Fish and Wildlife officers grabbed the animal with the help of sheriff's deputies, hauled it away. The State Wildlife Commission says that gator sightings are about to be up because it is mating season.
That's right. Did you see the pickup, by the way? They just threw it in the back of a pickup. There wasn't a cage back there. I think they just tossed it in there, and this is just par for the course, man.
Florida, man.
Yeah. Different, it was like Wichita, Kansas. This story would be wild if it was Wichita. Would you imagine? They wouldn't have any idea what to do.
No, and we find them in our bathtubs here, apparently. So
that's right.
There's that. A little bit of a difference.
It's crazy.
Philly.
We raise them. I don't know what they're
other
thinking
story.
either. Yeah.
All right, it's one of the most beautiful times of the year in Philadelphia. No, literally, get out to the Shofuso Garden, guys. It's gorgeous. The cherry blossoms, they're blooming right now. That means it is time for the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yep. Plus, couples that stay together do what we're about to tell you. We're going to tell you what it is back in 30 seconds.
What do they do?
Here we go.
Here I go again on my own.
Introducing the all-new TD Clear credit card with no late fees and no interest, just a simple monthly fee. That's predictability, even when expenses aren't.
$4? That's bananas.
It's a pear. Oh, man.
The all-new TD Clear credit card. That's how credit can be unexpectedly human. Call 1-844-TD-CLEAR for details about credit costs and terms.
Well, whether it's because of the beautiful blooms or the brutal allergies that come along with spring, you might have noticed it's cherry blossom season.
Well, this weekend you can go to the Philadelphia Annual Festival. Japan America Society of Greater Philly hosts the 2-day event. It's Saturday and Sunday. Free, people and pets of all ages. You're welcome out there. Of course, you can expect to see hundreds of blossoming cherry blossom trees throughout Fairmount Park. There will also be plenty of Japanese cuisine, music, performances, art, and so much more. We spoke to the executive director about what you can expect.
Even in Japan, you can have this kind of condensed environment in one location. Food is outside, and all kinds of hands-on experiences inside of that hot center. And throughout this property, outside of Shofuso, you will have all day, 2 days events.
Very, very peaceful spot in the middle of the city. So you might remember that we got a lot of rain last week. Horticultural experts say that because of the heaviest rain and that coming down before peak bloom, the trees should not be impacted. And we've got much more on NBC10.com and the free NBC10 app.
Nice. Yeah, it's a little like secret there too, which is really nice, right? If you've never been there, you wouldn't imagine it exists.
No.
It's something that serene.
Like a Zen state.
Yeah.
All right. Couples that enjoy a drink together live longer.
According to a new study out of the University of Michigan, the key here is the word together. Researchers found couples that both drink alcohol from time to time live longer than couples who don't drink, or couples where one drinks and the other one doesn't. They say they're not sure why drinking together is associated with better survival.
It's just having fun together, knowing how to enjoy each other, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Less stress.
It's that human interaction, right? In a congenial setting.
There
Exactly.
You go. Very cool.
They say that the key to a successful power nap could actually involve drinking a cup of coffee first.
Yeah, whether you do it alone or with a partner, whatever. Believe it or not, science is backing this one up. Research shows that a cup of coffee right before your brief power nap can actually help you wake up feeling refreshed and more alert. As Keith
a yawn.
Yawns next to me. Quick, get him the coffee. Here's why. Your body metabolizes it in about half an hour. So if you drink the cup, then lay down for 20 to 30 minutes, you're going to wake up feeling the effect of the rest of the power nap and the natural jolt from the coffee. So researchers note that if you sleep longer, then you run the risk of waking up feeling drowsy thanks to deeper sleep.
Wow. Interesting right there. And I don't know if I believe it. I don't know what a power nap is either. When you go to sleep for a nap, do you fall asleep for 20 minutes?
I have to be so tired to be able to do that.
Yeah.
If not, it ruins me and I can't go to sleep
Of course.
at like 7:45.
I'm the guy I'm going to go down for like 25 minutes and I wake up 2 hours later and I'm
you're
like, ooh,
ruined.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Then I feel drowsy again. It's
Well, guess what? It's not going to get any better.
That's right. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're about to learn the hard way because this is the debate over, and he's still going to be a baby, but whether to give kids melatonin help or to help them sleep by giving them this natural supplement.
Yeah, new research actually finds from YouGov nearly half of parents have given the supplement to their children when they are struggling to fall asleep. But the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends parents talk to a pediatrician first. The group says melatonin can have possible side effects like drowsiness during the day, and it doesn't address long-term sleep problems. I know even when I take melatonin, sometimes I wake up and I feel drowsy. So I bet it had the same effect in children, right?
Exactly. And then it avoids the conversation sometimes, like, is it a little bit of anxiety?
Sure.
What's the anxiety about?
Yeah.
But, you can't judge. Got to figure it out as you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The world's newest potential billionaire didn't waste any time coming forward.
Nope. The Oregon lottery officials haven't really announced who it is yet. They only said that the winning ticket came from this store right here. Right now, they're going through the vetting process, and the winner has the option of $621 million lump sum or get the entire amount in annuity over 30 years. What would you do, Keith Jones?
Oh, I'm getting the lump sum.
You are?
Absolutely, yeah. You
Getting the
put
annuity.
it, conservatively invest it, and then for generations, nobody's working, right?
I mean,
or hopefully
seriously.
people are working, but
No,
talking about future kids,
you don't
know what I'm
have
saying?
to.
You don't have to. You don't have that burden. you know, which is incredible. But yeah, what about you? You taking the lump sum?
I think I would take the annuity.
Really?
Yeah, just to make it last longer for more people to. I don't know. I don't have these problems. That does it for today's edition of the Lineup Problems. That's right.
For Lucy Bustamante, I'm Keith Jones. Remember, you can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app and catch us weekday mornings from 4 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.